Hello farmers and welcome back to the hills of Tuscany. We have moved on to the month of September and I'm just fixing one of my blunders. I kind of forgot to check on the cows. Well, I checked on the cows overnight, but I did not really check on the water. The good thing is we didn't lose any cows, but their health is at 0. But I think I got the water in the trough just in time, so they should be fine. We shouldn't lose any. But it'll be a while before their production gets back up there, which is not that big of a deal because we do have an abundance of milk around. But of course, I would like to sell some if I could. Let's go over here to the candy shop. I'm just going to get rid of the water that's in the tanker, if I can get rid of it all. That's the question. The worker's already done with I think that was a parsnip field up on the hill. The new field that we bought for this year up by the chocolate milk factory. Is it the chocolate milk factory or just the chocolate factory? Well, whatever it is, that is done. Yeah, let's run over some candy. So another field is done and plowed. So I got a little bit of work done in between episodes, and boy, I'm just not driving too well with my truck and tanker today. So I got the grass picked up out of the grass field. Some silage, or sorry, some of it is being made into silage. I brought a load of silage over to the TMR production building, and then the rest of the grass is being made into hay, because we were getting kind of low on that. I tidied up the plowing in the potato field, so I got that done, and I also got the grapes. I had one more vineyard I had to get a second stage of fertilization into, so that is done. And that's where we are. I went to bed with about maybe 33,000 in the bank account. We woke up with, well, you can see it, 25,000. So not too bad. We're not losing that much money. It all depends on how windy the day is. The windier the day, the more our wind turbine will make, and we can actually make a profit without doing actually anything, which would be nice. Let's go ahead and back up the truck to the low loader. I was just checking on the stock market page, and if I do need to sell anything today, it would be the potato chips. We don't really have enough soup being piled up yet for the potato chips. I'll probably get like 55,000 for the potato chips, so not too bad. Just slowly backing up here. There we go. We'll hitch up to that. So there's plenty of work to do here in the month of September. I could go down to the entire list, but we'll just get to things one at a time. I'm going to hire some workers today, and this will be one of them. This should be ready to go for doing, of course, sugar beet harvest. No, actually, let's start. Over here. Alright, and then we'll get ourselves a worker, but of course I'm going to go alongside these houses over here. Create job, this field here, yes. You know what, we'll just start you actually right there. 3 headlands. Yeah, that sounds good. 1% overlap, that's fine. Wait, are we not? Wait. Why is that? Are my sugar beets not ready? I thought sugar beet was September. Am I in the wrong month for sugar beet? Sugar beet. I am. Now, here's an interesting thing. No crop destruction? Why am I not getting any crop destruction? That should be on. Hang on a second. Where? I don't even know. I can't remember where that setting even is. Crop destruction. On. I just drove into that field, didn't destroy any crop. That is interesting. So I don't know what's going on there, but so be it. So yeah, we had our worker up in this field, and boy, that needs to be cleaned up a little bit. All right, so no sugar beet needs to be done. That can wait. So sugar beet and cotton is next month. This field here, we're going to get down and spread some lime there, but we do have some sunflowers that need to be harvested. And also, I can plant, let me just double check on this, I can plant my oats today. Yes, we can. We can plant the oats today as well. So, where do I want to get started on? Well, this has got the plow on it, so we'll leave that there. Let's jump into the harvester, and we'll start the harvesting of some sunflowers. We'll leave the 45-foot header right there, because I will need that for the soybean field, which will be ready next month. I better double check on that, because I'm off on the sugar beet. Soybean over here, yep, that's dark green, so that'll be ready next month. Now let's hitch up to the header here, or the header trailer. The header should come with it. Oh yeah, I gotta fold this up so that pipe folds in so I can back up a little bit further. There we go, that's all we need to do. Watch out for that tree. I am kind of curious, so is there no crop destruction with a root crop harvester? Let me just drive over the field a little bit with this harvester and see what happens. I'd rather destroy a little bit of sugar beet than destroy a little bit of sunflower just to test things out. Okay, I destroyed the crop with that. Interesting. Not that it's a big deal, but it's just interesting, to say the least. So, potato field number 1 over here is all set to go for planting next spring. Let's spin around. Alright, so the other things that do need to be done this month, I know I just said I'll probably not mention it because there's a lot of things to do, but with the sugar beet field not being ready, that kind of narrows it down a little bit as well. The grass field needs to be fertilized. We got to plant the oat field. And of course, we got a lot of plowing, fertilizing, and liming to do. Not necessarily this month, but those are on the list of things to do. Back to using the sunflower header. I was just asked this question on Discord, because I know there's maybe some new players out there, but for sunflowers and corn, you got to use a different header. Now, when you buy the corn header, most corn headers, I think most of the base game ones, will do corn and sunflowers. You can get just a sunflower header like this one, and the benefit of just getting this header, which only does sunflowers, is the harvest speed is 50% faster. So in the base game, you'll harvest at 6. The sunflower header, as you can see, we can harvest at 9 miles an hour. So if you're going to be doing a lot of sunflowers, then maybe you want to get yourself just a sunflower header if you're doing really, really big fields. I should have just got really a corn header because that's what I always do, but then again, the series, we're kind of trying out and using things that I normally don't use. In a sunflower header, you know, if you're going to spend this much on a sunflower header, I would always say might as well get just a corn and sunflower header, because I mostly do corn over sunflowers anyways. Where I live, I think 90% of the farmers' fields around here, excluding grass fields, is corn for making, you know, silage for the moo cows. We got plenty of cows around here. So this will all be made, of course, into oil for the potato chips. We're not in a rush for it. The potato chip factory is running just fine with the amount of oil that we got into it. But we get this field taken care of rather quickly. Then I guess we'll go over and harvest some grapes. But maybe before I do that, I'm going to tidy up that field that just got plowed. And then I will bring that down to the other field, which had the red beets into it, down by the cotton field. That needs to be plowed. I guess the potato field number 2 needs to be plowed also, but I would like to spread the slurry in that field before I plow it on up. Oh, and I got to put lime down in that vegetable field that also. Don't want to forget about that. Like I said, a long list of things that need to be done. So I'm going to forget things now and then, but it'll come back to me, I hope. And we'll get it done before the next harvest season. Yeah, before you know it, harvest season will be over. We'll be skipping right through to the springtime, and we'll be start replanting once again. So in doing some calculations, the way it's looking like, So by the end of year 6, we want our loan to be down to $6 million, which should be attainable. I don't want to say very easily, but it should be easily attainable. Which means that we paid off $2 million off the loan in 1 year. So if we keep that up, realistically, by the end of year number 9, our loan should be completely paid off. So originally I gave myself until year number 10, but looks like by the end of year 9, the way it's going, the loan will be completely paid off. And who knows, do I want to push it? I mean, there's a slight possibility if we do very well, we could be done at the end of year 8. But that means I would need to pay off almost $3 million per year. That seems that seems kind of a reach, really. But you never know. With Rosa making her pasta, we know we make, was it $1.25 million in clothing last year? That was pretty good. Or I should say this year, actually. But from last year's harvest, we sold it in May. $1.25 million. And of course, along with everything else that we're making. Yeah, the potato chips do very well. Oh yeah, the candy does very well also. I mean, all of our productions are doing well, excluding, well, I mean, the grape production does well. The issue is we just don't harvest enough grapes to really see a benefit from the production building itself. I wonder if I should put canola in this field. Does this field need more work? It doesn't need to be plowed, and doesn't say it needs lime. And I should be able to plant canola right now. We can, so I think we'll just alter from 1 year to another, from sunflower to canola. Canola is a sunflower. Because if we look at our production building for potato chips, probably gone by it twice already. Oh, here we go. Yeah, sunflower oil. It looks like it's getting low. I mean, we got plenty of it, plus we'll get some this year. So yeah, next year we want canola oil. And I want to keep both of those going, because that way I'm making, if I only got one, each recipe calls for either or. Not either or, but one or the other. Sorry, one or the other. So we want to make sure that we keep these two going. So we're making, we got 2 lines of potato chips being made, basically. That was very key early on, because the potato chips were helping us out as our loan was up near 10 million. Yeah, we were losing money every month easily. So we needed that money every month to be able to hire workers and hire material to get the fields replanted. All that stuff. I just got thinking, I need my grain trailer. And I've been working around the farmyard. I did not see it there. I don't know where. Oh, my Lamborghini and grain trailer must be down at the grain mill when we dropped off the oats to be making flour. I'm guessing that's where it is. Well, that is where the Lamborghini and my grain trailer was, down at the grain mill after delivering our oats. Got almost a full combine of sunflowers, so we need to go up and empty that out. Trying to remember, I think we ended up with a little bit more than a grain trailer before when harvesting sunflowers. Maybe this is the one I just have a little bit over, or just a little bit under 1,000. Was it 1,000 liters before? Like 700 liters extra sunflower? Let's get up here and unload this so we can continue our work. And I may actually hire myself a worker to finish this off, and then we'll jump over to the Challenger and tidy up that field over there. Looks like our worker missed quite a few spots on the corners. As someone mentioned, I don't know if it was last episode or the episode before, Why don't I use, I forgot what it was on course play. As I mentioned, I've been using course play the way I've been using it for so long. I'm fine with it. I know what to expect from it. I'm guessing what they were suggesting is maybe use it the way FS25 kind of has implemented workers, where it'll do better corners. We're just going to hire ourselves a in-game worker, not a course play worker, since I've gotten most of the field done anyways. Alright, we'll just let them do their thing, and we're going to go do our thing. Where the heck am I on the map? Here we are. Yep, let's go ahead and do this. Kind of an oddly shaped field, so the worker did the best they could for what I asked them to do. And the way I kind of look at it is, well, they saved me about maybe 5 minutes of work in this field. I think I checked on this field because this is the first year we've actually... Well, this is our first harvest in the field, so I don't know exactly when they had lime down or if that matters. I think the lime was actually in this field last year, so if it does work with 3 harvests, then I should be fine for quite a while in this field. Quick way to tell us this, get out, and does not need lime, just want to be sure. I think I did check after harvesting it anyways, but just want to refresh my memory. This will be another field done for being plowed, but of course it does need to be fertilized and get it all set for next year. And this will just be constantly a vegetable field. Yeah, I'm glad I did not go with crop rotation on this map, because that would have been really challenging and difficult to get all the fields to yield rather well. Although I did not know until someone asked me on the Western Australia Let's Play about where to get the crop rotation mod. I did not know it got taken down from the Giants website, and I'm not too sure why. And I'm not too sure exactly where to get the mod. It's probably, like I said, if you're looking for crop rotation, you probably can easily find it on some third-party websites. But I would like to give out the original link if all possible, so the mod author that created it gets full credit for it. And we're going to hook up to this. Yes, we need fertilizer, and of course, if we're getting fertilizer, I might as well get seed as well. Let's switch this over to oats. I'm happy with the oats in that field. Someone did suggest swapping the soybean field and the oat field, just because that way we'll get more cereal grain in the bigger field, which does make sense. But I'm all set to give it a try to see exactly what we get for soy. I realize soy is not going to yield well, but we may get as much flour because the ratio for making flour in soy, it's hard to determine the ratios. The only way to do a true test is to, well, not run your planter into the side of a building, but the only way to do a true test to see which actually benefits more is to plant or pick a field, plant one crop, harvest it, and see how much flour you get, and then plant the next crop, harvest it, and see how much flour you get, and compare the two. Not money-wise, but see how many liters of flour you get. It's always hard to judge money-wise because prices vary from time to time and year to year. I mean, you can get a rough idea. Alright, so already we're getting one field set for next year. Have I fertilized this? I did. Sometimes you start doing so much fertilization and plowing, it's hard to remember exactly what you, well, at least for me, you know, what have I done this field? I thought I did. Alright, so in goes the oats. So we're getting the second stage of fertilization, and we're also rolling the field at the same time. So the field yield should be at 98%. The only thing we haven't done is mulched. And then we'll have to bring this on over after filling up with more seed and fertilizer and get it set for planting some canola. But before I plant canola in that field, I want to go ahead and get fertilizer down into it. May use solid fertilizer. I think we're getting kind of low on the liquid, the slurry fertilizer. Yeah, so getting back to, you know, maybe by the end of year 9, and extremely lucky if we get it done by the end of year 8, getting our loan paid off, that would be us done with the hills of Tuscany. So, I mean, it's still going to be a ways off. Maybe the series will end sometime in, I would say, late August, possibly, so like another month. I mean, we are doing 3 episodes a week, so that would be like another 12, 15 episodes, somewhere along that line. And I'm starting to do a little bit more work in between episodes, just because I don't want to keep repeating, which we end up doing some anyways. But if I showed everything that I was doing, it would seem like a lot of planting all the time, or a lot of harvesting, a lot of fertilizing. Trying to do enough work in a video, but then do a lot of the other work in between, so it doesn't seem like constantly just doing one thing. Should be, I would assume our worker is going to be almost done with those sunflowers. I probably missed the message. Maybe it already came up and said my worker's done. But since I'm still being charged for a worker, I'm going to say more than likely not done. This planter definitely has saved us quite a bit amount of time. I like the working speed, and I like the fact that it can roll, which is a nice added bonus, but just being able to do all the crops that we pretty much want to do. I would have gotten the other one, which did potatoes, but the working speed on that was just ridiculously fast. And for me, it would have taken away planting. I think the working speed of that's like almost double, or maybe even triple the working speed that we got now. Which is great if you're doing fields like I did on Oceanside Forest, or maybe even the fields in Western Australia. Alright, just a couple more passes, and our oat field is all set. I'm actually surprised that they're still harvesting the sunflowers over there. I did not think there was that many sunflowers left to be harvested. I'm kind of hoping that we get all the grain into the trailer so I can just make one trip. It's kind of that thing that you only want one trailer if it's only going to be like less than 10% of a second trailer. We always probably moan a little bit when we like empty the harvester and you're left with, you know, just a couple thousand liters. You wouldn't mind if you were going to fill up the trailer you know, more than 50%, because then it seems worth making the trip. This Challenger sure has been a nice addition to the farm. Don't really run into many issues of lacking on the horsepower. We do in the oilseed field, which is the sunflower canola field. But I mean, you can see the hills over there in that field. Pretty steep. And our worker has completed. So that means they got the job done without filling up the combine. Couldn't quite get that little piece right there, but we'll get it now. That'll give us like an extra 10 liters of oats probably, but worth it. Alright, we'll let that fold on in. Let's go see how the worker did. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, this will fill up the trailer for sure. Wait, 24... I think I'm at 38,000 liters right now. And I think that trailer holds 39, so... yeah, I'm thinking I might have just a few extra liters left over. So even the base game worker misses a little bit now and then. Oh, got a little bit of a roll over there as well. But that could be the way I set the worker off. So the question is this all going to fit to the trailer? Or am I going to be left with a little bit, which will make me ponder, do I bring down the rest? Which I probably will. Let's see if we get anything left over. I want to say 783 liters or something like that is what we had left over last season. Not really a good spot to put that number so we can see it. There we go. Now we can see a little bit better. I think we're going to be left with more than 783 liters. I said 783. 753. Well, I mean, yeah, alright, I'll leave that out. Let's get the Lambo down to the oil mill. We'll drop this in and get that process started. Which way shall I go? Well, I think we'll just go over this way. Let's throw the beacons on because this will be a hazard if I do hit 40 miles an hour while hauling. Oh, it only holds 37,000 liters. I thought this trailer held 39. Well, either way, well, if it held 39, it wouldn't be a problem. I wonder if I can, I don't remember when I bought this trailer, did I buy like the biggest capacity I could? Or there might be an extension on this. I don't remember. As I've said before, we don't get down here as often as I would like, but I don't want to be buying just a field down here just to be able to travel down here. But we do bring stuff down to the oil mill. I kind of forgot what that building is. Is that the sugar plant, possibly? Anyways, yeah, I'm going to go back after I dump this off. I'm going to go back, grab the rest of the sunflowers. Let's get them on down here. Because that will be something like 375 liters of oil. I'm just not going to go ahead and get rid of it. Alright, make sure I open up the back of the trailer so the oil goes on in. So while it gets unloaded, let's get that activated right now. Oil, oil, oil. Where art thou? Whoop, just saw sunflower oil and activate. Yeah, so it's 2 liters per one. So we definitely got to make sure we get up there, you know, just a few extra liters. So I'm going to go up there and grab that. I'll put that into the mill so we can get that completed. And I'm going to stop at the store on the way back after we get the other load completed. And I want to see if I can maybe extend this grain trailer a little bit. Alright, let's swing into the store where really haven't been to a whole lot. We were at the beginning because I was just buying everything. Taking out a loan, buying some more, taking out a loan, buying some more. Interactive zone markers are on. So let me just pull into here and see if there's any customizations I could do to this trailer. Customize side height. Oh, we can add 40,000, 44,000 liters, 50,000 liters, 29. It's only 5,000 to get up to a 50,000 liter trailer, which is more than I think we need. I think 40 would be fine, but at that point, why not just go up to 50? The only concern I would have, but I think with our harvester we'd be fine, is getting the auger pipe over the side. But for 5,000, upping it by 13,000 liter capacity, we'll customize it. So really, even our oat field, the reason why I do like the oats is because it was fitting all in the trailer and make one trip. If I put wheat back in that field, I should be able to easily get all the crop into this trailer now. Alright, let's get this back to the farm. Actually, should I just park it? Am I done with it? Yeah, I think I'm done with it for today. I might as well just go ahead and bring this over to the soybean field and park it there. Because in October, I think it should be ready in October. I think I planted soybean the first available month that was possible. So that means it should be ready for harvest for the first available month, which would be next month. So yeah, we can park that right over there. And then we'll go back to the farm. We'll grab the New Holland T8. Got to fertilize the grass field. And then maybe we'll start fertilizing the canola field, which was this currently our sunflower field. Yep, park this right here. Any roaming sheep around? I don't see any. Don't see any today. Where are we here? Is that my T8? It is. Left it down here. Let's turn off the interactive zone markers. I'm down here, so do we need hay? Cow's health will go up. It hasn't been an hour since I took care of them, but yeah. They should be okay in the long run. Sheep, just shy of 15,000 liters of hay. Why can't I fill up with hay? Hey, what's up? Alright, interesting. There we go. Interesting. Alright, 13.4. That's going to be good enough. Let's go up and feed our sheep. I'm just going to try this again to make sure I do a little bit of crop destruction. Yeah, okay. So is this the root crop harvester does not destroy crop? Wonder why that is. Either way, I'm not going to just start taking and drive across fields, though. Alright, spin around. Somewhere right about there would be good. And then gotta hug that door a little bit. Okay, not that much. That's not going to work because the second the back of the forage wagon starts to unfold, it'll kick the trailer out. Sometimes I get it on the first try, and today is just going to be one of those days to where I'm just going to struggle. Is this going to work? I think it's going to kick... may not be able to kick me out because I'm kind of wedged in here pretty good. All right, there we go. Wait for the back of the forage wagon to close up there. All right. Oh, I think the back of the trailer might be wedged against the door too much. Super strength for the win. Wait, how much? Okay, so not a whole lot of wool. Although I did bring it down last month. Not that we can make any fabric currently because we're out of cotton. We are still making clothing though. We have a lot of fabric left over. But next month, when the cotton harvest starts, well, yep, the process will be starting all over again, of course. Forage wagon, I'm just going to park it in here because that's where I've been leaving it lately. So, I'm going to just start parking it in here rather than in the shed. I mean, in a way, that works just as well as a shed. Let's go ahead and grab... Yeah, we're right here. Let's grab the slurry spreader. It is full. And I can get this grass field done pretty much in one go. Slurry just 31,000 liters. I don't know at what time the cows ran out of water and their productivity went down to 0. But of course, when they went down to 0, they weren't making it nothing. No milk, no slurry, no manure. So the grass field will get done with the slurry, and then the canola field will get done with the manure, and we'll get that canola planted this month. Get up that hill. Get up the hill so you can go downhill. Yeah, I think we're almost up to 40 cows, which means we almost got a half of a pen worth of cows. Yeah, when I face this way, the way the sun angles onto the field, it's a little bit easier to see where I've been from the reflection of the wet slurry on the ground. And we'll get most of the field. I may not get all the corners, but we'll get most of it. Probably should bring some more silage over to the BGA I think we got plenty of silage still. I will have one more grass cut this year, so maybe I'll wait until we cut the grass for the last time this season. And look at our calculations. I think I got enough hay for the sheep for another year at this point, because the grass I picked up off the field in between episodes, between that last episode and this one. I brought one forage wagon down and made that into hay. So that was 40 some odd thousand liters, 45,000 liters I think that forage wagon holds. And I think the sheep only require like 120,000 a year. This grass field, this seems to be perfect for everything I ask it for of it. It's feeding our animals. It takes almost one tanker of slurry. Get that corner as best I can-ish. And now this field is all set until next harvest. Just knocking them out of the park one at a time. Alright, let that fill up, and while that's doing that, let me jump back over to the Challenger. That should be folded on up. Engine is still running, which is fine. And we'll go get this all set for canola, which was actually the next crop in line on the drill. But we'll definitely get the field fertilized first and then plant it. And it should take the second stage of fertilization as we plant. Yeah, but next episode, definitely got to get over there and start harvesting the grapes. Maybe I will get a worker to do the big vineyard, and then we can focus on the other three. Or while they're harvesting the big vineyard, I can be in the other harvester getting the white grapes, which won't take us too long to do. You know, for a tight yard, with the equipment that we got, we seem to get around rather well. There's the fertilizer, and now... I said now the seed. That'd be nice. Okay, why can't I get the seed on in? There we go. Just had to find the sweet spot. Get this down and drop off the planter, because maybe I'll get a worker to plow the other vegetable field or the potato field, even though they haven't been. One needs to be limed and fertilized. The potato field just needs to be fertilized. But if the tractor's sitting there doing nothing while we're off doing other things, and that happens half the time right there. When I go around that corner. Where do I pick that up at? Just swinging around a little bit. After I just said we get around the yard rather well for the equipment that we have and for how tight it is, I go ahead and do that. All right, let's put that there. So just a lot of cleaning up to do here at the end for today. Sunflower header we are done with. That will have to be put away with a tractor. I can't drive underneath the shed with a combine to put the header and the header trailer away. Question is, am I going to get over the trailer with this? Sometimes it... Nope. We're going to get over it, so we're good, I think. You're going to snap on. Yes, thank you. Perfect. Now let's drive this over, and we'll hitch back up to the 45-foot header. And that'll be ready to harvest the soybeans next month, but that won't be for, like, until after the next episode. I think we got enough to do still in September to last another fall episode. And we may have to sell some stuff here soon. Maybe when I sell the raisins. I think the raisins are in October, right? Where am I going here? And then raisins. Raisins are in October. We actually got $35,000 worth of raisins, so that's not too bad. Yes, if we go down here, currently with potato chips, we got $53,000 worth. And the soup, yeah, didn't really pile up a whole lot, but, you know, we got like 20 grand right there. And, of course, the candy's doing its thing. We know what that does. If we look at the current pasta situation, where is the pasta? Pasta. Probably looking... Oh, there it is. When we sell that in January, we got $62,000 worth of pasta, which is still being made. And clothing, believe it or not, we're up to $52,000, even though we're not really adding anything to it. It's just the leftover fabric from after April. So looking pretty good. I mean, if you just look at this total down here, $645, maybe it's actually like $400,000 because the other stuff is either stuff we got to keep or stuff that needs to be converted over into products. But either way, it's all adding up and it's all getting there. And yeah, we're doing pretty good. Yeah, I got to figure out next time we got the grass on silage, bring that to the BGA. But next episode will be, we got to get to the grapes, and we'll try to flop this sunflower field over to canola right away. And meanwhile, we get a worker to maybe plow a field or two. So we'll get a lot of work done next episode as we did today. But anywho, if you made it this far in the video and you like what you saw, maybe think about hitting that like button. Helps out the channel and the video more than you know. And also, if you haven't done so, and you may think about wanting to hit that subscribe button as well. But that is where we're going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you again right here in the hills of Tuscany. But until then, have a good one.